Welcome back to the Man Down Podcast. I am your host, Dunzo, a.k.a. Downtown Dunzo, the T.O. who's known to tiptoe around you hoes like I got turf toe, and the realest one out the cul-de-sac, and your OG told me that. We are without the stable of the barn that creates a stable, the ham hock calf assassin himself, the front curl fuckboy, and the one and only Trake, a.k.a. Cry If You Need To. But we do have our lovely producer Andre here with us. We do have, the Tennessee kid, young wifed up, not piped up. Young Mr. Henry Palais. How you doing today, my guy?
I'm fucking great, bro.
Let's get right into it, boys.
All right, quick hitters.
Oh, hold on, comment, like, and subscribe to the Young of the Watch and JP25 Media. Apparently, we've been really bad about this. Some people have brought this to my attention.
They're right.
Yeah, so pay attention.
All right, has a girl ever slapped you?
Yeah.
Who was the last girl to slap you?
The last one.
Because we have some friends that are a little too aggressive, bro. Well, they'll punch the shit out of us like a little too far.
Don't get me wrong. The same thing I like about my homegirls is the same thing that scares me about my homegirls.
What's that?
Very nice, loving, but mean as fuck.
Yes.
Like, they're very, like...
They told the line, bro.
They do, bro. And then they act like they're not doing it. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. It depends, because I'm kind of crazy. I'll say some wild shit to someone, so they'll be like, oh, you're going to say that to me like I'm not a female? And I'm like, you're going to hit me like you not a female? Like, my nigga, come on. What are we doing here right now? Like, I can't hit you back. This is kind of wild. I say like 3 or 4 years ago.
Was it your friend? Was it your mom? Who was it?
I want to say, this is funny. Shout out to Alina and Jade. I want to say I was joking with Christian at one of the parties, and she caught a good one on me on my shoulder. But she was like, it was like a joke punch, but I think she was a little drunk and she hit me. It was pretty solid. It was solid contact. Hit the shoulder good. Like, it didn't hurt like the next morning or anything. But I remember like walking away like, oh, that was a little like aggressive. But at the same time, like, we were drunk joking around. Like, it wasn't like no malice behind it. I want to say that's it. But yeah, because I don't think of another time. When's the last time you got hit? My
mom slapped me when I was a little kid. It threw me off. I've never been slapped by a girl.
Rita looks like one of those people who, like, she doesn't hit her kids, but every once in a while, like, you just get hit with like a ladle or something, or like a wooden spoon. Yeah. She looks like a wooden spoon.
No, dude, she came from the hip like Will Smith. Caught me like I wasn't even expecting. But the same friend that we have, tall one, lives nearby here.
Yeah,
used to just punch me all the time, bro, and it just hurt. Like the next day, it would hurt, and I'm like, that's not cool. I wouldn't punch her.
In context, this person is basically like my family. She has tried to slap box me in front of her uncles before. I think I told this story on the pod where, like, she, very tall individual, like, one thing that's triggering, eye contact. Like, you don't slap me and keep eye contact because we're the same height at this point. And she like squared up with me, and I looked around and like her uncles were looking at me, and I was like, damn, I can't do this. And they're like, they kind of gave me like, protect yourself, fool. And for like 8 minutes, we sat in the backyard and just slap boxed each other, like, as like adults. Like, we were probably like 16 or 17. But her whole family, her uncles are drinking beer watching this bullshit happen right now. And she smacked the shit out of me once. She
got heavy ass hands.
Bro, she hit me. Like, it's like her whole wrist came across. Bro, it was tough, bro. Like, I could have hit her too hard. I just had to let her know I could hit her. But when she hit me, she let me feel the full, nah.
We can't be doing that.
Nah.
All right. Do you have a go-to date spot?
I don't know. It depends on what the vibe is. I'm from the Palais, the monastery, so I will put you on a hike, even though I don't like doing this shit. Like, I'm a Balboa Park nigga for sure. Like, what is it? The museums are free on Tuesdays. I'm with that. I got a homie who works at the zoo. I'm with that. Like,
yeah.
I like places like you gotta have a conversation.
For sure. You can't go to the movies.
Nah, and like I get the movies are good like when you're younger. And you want to kind of break the touch barrier, not like nasty touch barrier, but like the actual like.
Well, that's like third, fourth, fifth date.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're like younger and you, so here's the difference. We meet women randomly now. Like, we go out, we meet them on apps, all types of different shit. Like when you're like younger and like it's usually like a friend of a friend or like you've known her for a while, and you finally got the balls to ask her. Mm-hmm. The movies are different because you kind of already know her in like a social setting, like actually know her. Mm-hmm. So more of it's more like, okay, are we like nervous around each other? We can go to the movies and like, put the arm up, all that other bullshit that doesn't really matter. As an adult, it's like, no, like I'm trying to build something, or even if I'm just trying to fuck, like I need to find out if you're even someone I want to fuck. So it's like, you gotta have something with some communication. The hiking's a good one because it can tell you what someone's endurance is. You know what I mean? If you're just trying to fuck, if she doesn't make it past the first half mile, or he doesn't make it past the first half mile, this might be a quick one. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Yeah. I think I always took him to the jacuzzi because it would be like a good spot to talk because it's quiet and you get to see what you're working with. Yeah,
and like in the jacuzzi's cool because you can break the touch barrier or you can create space.
Yes.
Like Josh is engaged, is a married man now, but we've definitely ran the twos at the jacuzzi, and it definitely started with North and South Pole.
100%.
You know, we met,
and it has to.
Yeah,
because you got to send the message like I'm here to be a friend, but then well,
a friend. Okay, back to the other question. How many girls do you think should have slapped you?
Should have slapped me? Not that many. Bro, I'm a good guy.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am, bro.
Okay, do you understand why they probably felt like they were going to slap you? Like that, where the anger could have come from?
Why they didn't slap me, you mean?
Oh, no, like, do you think there's reasons for them to have slapped you?
No. Because I never tell people I love them or something that leads them on too far. Oh, my God. I swear to God.
Shut the fuck. You're talking with logic. We're not talking about people with logic, Josh.
No, there's never a point in time I should be slapped because I don't think that's cool, bro. Because if you can't slap them back, you shouldn't be slapping somebody.
Oh no, well that's we're not, once again, logic. We're not talking about rules. We're saying like something that they would like make sense in their head on why you deserve to be slapped.
Probably.
Yeah, because I'm like I can think of three, but this isn't the Air Josh Out pod. We're gonna save that for next week.
All right, thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah. All right, do you sing in the shower?
Yeah, of course.
What do you, or any genre, rapping, singing?
It's probably R&B mostly. I'm touching myself. Why would I want to be singing fucking Green Day? That don't make no sense.
Jerk off in the shower?
No, but I mean, I'm literally touching myself.
Oh, okay. So what do you, R&B. Do you have like a go-to? Come on, everybody's like a go-to.
Probably like Tell Me by Groove Theory. Tell me if you want me to.
It's a good song.
Yeah, it's a good ass song.
Does your parents ever comment on your singing? Like, Zoe, shut the fuck up.
My mom fucking hates it. Gil hates it. Like all my friends, because you know they said you have this deep ass voice and you only sing like fucking songs when like the singer's got a high pitched voice. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like
it shows that you have range.
I mean, it shows that I attempt range. You know, like
yeah, we appreciate that.
Steven Adams pulls up from 3. That doesn't mean they're gonna go in. You know.
All right, how much you judge somebody off their social media?
It just depends. It depends on what the purpose is of it. Like, I think we talked about this before. Like, I don't post a lot. So if you judge me just off the clips, that's cool. I did put the clips out. But, like, the clips are also, like, kind of, for lack of a better term, clickbait. Like, it's just so, yeah, you can feel offended or feel some type of way about the clip.
Yeah.
But it's also to make you feel enough of the type of way to either hate me enough to keep watching them or to like it enough to go look at it. You know, look at the whole episode, you know? But we're going to talk, like, personal ones.
You're checking out a girl's Instagram, right? If you want to get to know them. You're looking at that.
Yeah. Do you think it's telling if she only has pictures of herself?
It's very telling, Alonzo. And you know I feel that way about it.
Hey, guys, I'm going to let you know, anytime Josh calls me Alonzo, he's completely full of shit.
All right. Do you think it's not telling? Because I think we have a different opinion on this.
Yeah, to not get into the specifics.
Yes,
like, I doubt that person will even hear this. But I think what's more telling is how that, well, because it's female, so let's just be honest. I think it's more telling on how they maneuver on their story. If all her pics are her, and then her stories don't involve anyone else, it's either she completely knows what her brand is, like she's trying to push something.
Yeah.
But if she's not like an influencer or something, I mean, I don't know how to like describe that because it could just be you don't fuck with people, and that's perfectly fine.
Or people don't fuck with you.
People don't fuck with you. I also wonder who the fuck's taking these pictures if no one's in this picture.
Right.
Yep. Maybe you only got one friend, and that's the same person who takes the picture.
Where she got the ring light.
Oh, also, this goes back to another thing. We're going to talk about, all you OnlyFans chicks who were posting all this content 2 years ago, but had dusty-ass female friends that you were running around with, but you wanted to be online looking like a bad bitch, and you made her take all your pictures and weird-ass videos of, like, you know, you need to pay your homegirl back, okay? Because you guys need to pay that homegirl. Like, we're gonna address this because a lot of y'all were fine as fuck 2 years ago, still fine, and you had a homegirl who was low key putting in all this fucking work for you, like, and it's always a friend who isn't that girl, like, and not saying anything wrong with the OnlyFans chicks, do you? But like, it's the one who's got like a kid and like goes to UCSD, but you guys have been friends for forever and like some other shit like that. And that's the one always pushing your shit. When the rest of her friend group is like, the fuck is wrong with her and her friend? And that girl's pushing you. You guys are making $20,000 a month and just taking her to get her nails done. Like she ain't doing the fucking legwork of all this goddamn shit.
Getting on the dusty floor and shit.
Yeah, bro. Pay your friends. You know what I mean? I know we're supposed to be like, oh, that's my homie. We're supposed to do it out, you know, off the strength of it. Fuck that. My bills have strength too, nigga.
You're right, bro. If you're making money off OnlyFans, you got to be paying the person that takes the pictures.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. Most of these chicks are getting managed now, and they're getting like the whole setup. But I remember from April to September of last year, a lot of y'all didn't have managers yet. You didn't know what you were doing. You had one of your homegirls leaving goddamn class on the floor, fucking taking pictures of you busting it open. You need to pay that chick, bro. But back to the Instagram thing to bring it back. You know, we're getting better at this. We're getting better, losing it and coming back. But I think it just depends. I think it's just like social activity. If you post a lot and it's just you, that says something. Like if you post like 2 to 3 times a week and it's just pictures of you.
What does that say though?
However you want to interpret it.
How do you interpret it?
I think, like I said, the story matters to me. So I didn't mean to suck my teeth on it. I know it's going to be weird. But yeah, I think it depends on how the story goes. Like if the story is like you and a bunch of your friends, you guys are out drinking, doing whatever, book club, whatever the fuck the activity is, then it's straight. Like if we're going to really call it self-love and you want to remember, like maybe you just want to remember you being here. Maybe it's not about the other people. And I can respect that. Like, you know what I mean? To a certain degree. Because that doesn't mean you don't have pictures of your phone with those people. Like this is my Instagram. Why do other people have to be
But if you're that friend, are you like, dude, are you embarrassed to post me on your Instagram? Like, why don't you ever post me? I'm with you all the time.
I feel like that's highly overrated. Like
what?
Because some people just, it's not that serious to some people. Like they don't look into it that hard. Like why? Like if one of my friends, like it's different with females. I can understand why females feel like, oh, you embarrassed to post me. But if like a female that was just my homegirl, or one of my homeboys said like, oh, bro, why don't you post me? First of all, it's super weird if men only post themselves if they're not like a brand ambassador.
It is very weird.
Because like there's women who only post themselves that don't have brands. And that's kind of like, no offense, like we like to make the assumption that women are a little bit more shallow in that sense. So it makes sense. Men were not supposed to be like that per se. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a little stranger if like a dude's just solo dolo in every pic. Also, niggas, stop taking pictures on top of cars that aren't yours. Throw that one out there.
Or at the gas station, bro.
Bro, no, the gas station pic is fine.
Why?
Because it's a cultural thing.
What? Okay, why do
you're in the South now? Go to the real South. The gas station is a whole thing. Niggas are freestyling there, picking up bitches. Trust
me, I know.
It's parking lot pimping. It's a whole. Why you haven't lived till you've been somewhere and you're just in the gas station.
Why? Okay, dude, I lived in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, so I've seen it.
You've seen it. You didn't go. You drove right by.
I went inside the Mart, bro, to get some gum.
Yeah.
Why?
A Mark. You went to the Mart because you're a Mark.
Why did black guys take pictures at the gas station? Like what? Why? Like why is it?
It's the only place you can't get arrested.
For what? Why
niggas get arrested somewhere else? Niggas get arrested everywhere doing anything.
It's because the lighting's really good at the gas station.
It's amazing. You know how many lights I needed for my dark skin ass today? This is bullshit. JP25 Media, can we get some dark dude lights, please?
Yes, please. Okay.
Yes.
Last question. Have you ever been airdropped a dick pic?
A dick pic? No.
Like randomly? No.
Oh, this one just happened to you?
Yeah, on my flight here. Flight
Josh,
2257.
Hey, the floor is yours.
Yeah, on my flight here, 2257. I was about to land.
You
about 10 minutes out.
The airline? You gonna see the airline?
Oh, American Airlines.
Air them out.
Yeah. But about to land, just like putting on my headphones, play some music. I check my phone, and it's just some dude's cock, bro.
First of all, we all know Josh is lying because if you follow his Twitter, he lost his AirPods. He was.
I have the strings, bro.
Oh, yeah,
I keep my strings in my bag.
Fucking peasant. No, yeah. I got the strings in my pocket.
Dude, I try to wear the strings to the gym, and my dad's like, "You're embarrassing the family."
But Dave wears ankle socks. Don't take that shit from him.
I wear ankle socks.
Oh God, never mind. You're wearing them right now. Oh my God.
Yeah, sorry about it. But yeah, some dude's dong, bro, got a dong pic. Very upset about it. The person next to me was like, I was like, it's not mine.
How'd it look?
It was dark.
Was it black eye dick?
It was a light skinned black eye dick.
Did you find him on the plane?
No.
Did you play Guess Who?
I think the dude was probably in the back of the plane.
Damn, that's racist. But anyway, it's racist as fuck. That's super racist.
Oh my God.
Damn, that's crazy. I'm gonna let you know. No homo, all pause. I don't give a fuck. Actually, fuck it. I don't care. You airdrop a dick pic to me and we're in a closed setting, I'm making a scene. Hey.
What are you doing, bro?
Bro, because first of all, that's sexual harassment. I didn't ask for this. Women send men to jail for shit like this.
Yeah.
So if you send me a dick pic, first of all, my phone says Dunzo's phone. So if you send a dick pic to Dunzo's phone on the airdrop, right. I'm getting up and be like, excuse me, American Airline flight 2237? Who's the nigga with the pressed perm pubes who sent me this?
Wait, hold on. You're saying something you're to say that out loud, bro?
Yes.
Let's act this out. So grab your phone. All right. I just sent you a dick pic through AirDrop. All right.
Make the little noise.
I don't even know that.
You know, yeah, is that the noise or is it like a bloop? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Don't fucking look at me. I'd probably pause for a little bit. And I'd weigh my Zoe options. I decide how important the slight was to me. And then back into character. All right. Flight 227, excuse me, I know I don't have a microphone, but whichever one of you in the back, probably you, judging by complexion, with the pressed perm pubes, just airdropped a dick pic, I will be reporting you to the marshal. This is sexual harassment. There is no maritime law in the air. This is still fucking gross. We haven't even got off the tarmac yet. God damn it, Brandon. End scene. Sorry for the brief intermission, but Josh has to go to homie court for what he just said real quick. So, Josh, tell me when I start lying, okay? We're having a discussion. We said if you don't jerk off, you're what?
If you don't jerk off, you're a weirdo.
And if you jerk off too much,
you're a weirdo.
And then I said Josh is weird because you probably jerk off with what?
Your left hand.
And then you said
I wish I did.
Because
my other hand gets tired when I'm holding the camera.
Okay. Now, folks, for those of you who didn't catch this, he said the camera in regards to jerking off. I said, Josh, you mean your phone? He said, I call it a camera. I gave him an out. I gave him an out here. He doubled down, double or nothing. And then I came to the conclusion, Josh videotapes himself jerking off. Josh,
I don't do that.
Broken down like that.
Yes.
Is that you or is that me?
That was on me, but I do not do that, bro. I promise. That's super weird.
Hey, bro.
All right. Transitioning. Can you turn a hoe into a housewife?
I've never seen it done. I've never seen it done.
Well,
actually, you know what? I take that back. I think in today's day and age, it's probably a little harder, but it also might be easier in the sense of if you have enough money, and we're not talking about women here, we're talking about hoes. There is a difference. Mm-hmm. Maybe, possibly. Keep enough, If you have enough money and your pipe game is strong enough, you may be able to turn a hoe into a housewife. I do think back in the day it might have been easier because I feel like part of the hoe to housewife game is going and leaving whatever city you're currently in and going to a new city trying to damn, this is going to sound like an attack on people, but fuck it, let's just talk about it. This is pre-Instagram era, so keep this in mind for all you younger women who are going to feel like I'm talking about you, but fuck it. If you think I'm talking about you, I might be talking about you. Back in the day, I know for a fact the move was she was going to be a low-level nurse somewhere, a real estate agent out of nowhere, strip club.
Of course.
Strip club. I actually do know a good amount of chicks who don't have bodies who work at strip clubs, which is wild to me. But not wild like I expect them to be hoes, but the connotation you would think, but it's whatever. And what's another one? Oh, phlebotomist.
What's that?
When they draw blood. That's an East Coast thing. That's an East Coast thing. Yeah, she's like a registered phlebotomist. Yeah, that was I think it's phlebotomist, yeah. That used to be the move though, back in the day. I got older cousins, they would talk to me about it. That was the fucking move.
I thought it was X-ray technician, but
no, that's a hard ass job, bro. You gotta go to fucking you gotta go to 4 year to do that.
Nah, not for X-ray technician. You just need a certification, I think.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking rad tech.
Yeah.
I'm thinking rad tech, yeah.
I think a lot of girls that we know that were former hoes, not mention any names, turn to Jesus Christ, then turn to real estate, then they turn to a new family. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm not calling anybody out. That's just how it is.
No, but also I feel like, okay, perfect example. This is not to talk about my mother. My mom had a kid at 16. People would refer to that as some hoe ass shit. My mom's not a hoe.
I don't think that's a hoe thing to do, bro.
Yeah, you can make a mistake as a child, but a lot of people are judging. They would say that's a whole thing. I say that to say this because I didn't know my mom at 16. Obviously, I was not the child she had at that age, but I do think there's a difference between knowing a woman during a hoe phase and it being a lifestyle. Like if you're hot for 2 summers, that's a hoe phase.
Yeah.
If you've been sucking dick since 9th grade and you're 28 now, you're a hoe. Not like oh you sucked a dick in 9th grade. Like you're actively on the most dick sucked per season list every year.
Yes,
that would make you a hoe. But also, and me and Josh stand by this. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I was gonna say hoes are different, but me and Josh have this theory. Sluts are great people. Some of my best friends, men and female, are what I would characterize as sluts. And to be honest with you, they're the nicest people.
Very giving.
They don't judge, very giving. Everybody eats type of mentality.
Very much
Not
so.
even sexual. We're not even talking about any sexual. No, it's very much eats. They're very much on top of shit. They're very organized people. Ironically, I stand by this. Depending on where your host status is, people are afraid to fuck hoes. I'll see this. depending on where she is on her hoe status, I like to remind people if she's making money off being a hoe, I guarantee you, she is probably cleaner than about 80% of the other bitches you're fucking because she cannot fuck up her meal ticket. That's the number one thing she cannot do. Like the whole, like when people are like, oh, she's nasty, she's been ran through. If she's getting ran through and making money, that vagina isn't probably just fire like sex toys. It's probably clean because the second there's a drip of funk or anything, her lifestyle changes. For sure. She has to stay up and up. You know, it's like,
yeah,
you can't fuck up. Professional athletes lift weights because if they don't, they're going to suck. You got to keep that thing clean. Otherwise, she's going to be working at fucking on the run. Yeah.
So, I mean, you said it's never been done before. It's been done before.
No, not successfully. Like all the way through, till death do us part. Someone's married a hoe.
Yes.
Okay, I'll say this. Regular niggas can do this.
Yes. Okay.
I don't believe on the celebrity level it's really happened before.
You're talking about like Amber Rose and Kim Kardashian or what?
Well, Amber Rose is a self-admitted slut, different type of thing. She does a slut walk, not a hoe, different.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
She just wants
Wasn't she with Tupac before Will Smith?
Yeah, but we say that like niggas don't date people before.
I mean, you're right.
And that nigga died. What was she supposed to do? Just cry over his grave for the next 28 years?
Yeah, no, but I mean, I couldn't date a girl that like fucked Tupac.
Why?
Because it's like every time I hear a Tupac song, I fucking get pissed.
You're trash. You're trash. Because I'm gonna call you out on one thing. I'm not gonna say who it is, but you have bragged about being Eskimo Brothers with a certain entertainer who is way nastier and not as skilled as Tupac. And I have seen you start a conversation with another man like, hey, yeah, you fucker? Yeah, I'm Eskimo Brothers with blank. Not gonna say who it is or who it. So I don't think you can.
But no, I'm not talking about my chick though. Like my chick.
Yeah, okay, that's true. That's true.
Like, because I've ever listened to that person's song and that's my chick, I'm like, turn it off.
I think there's a difference. Also, I feel like that only offends you if you either think. Okay, I feel like there's a couple ways that offend you. If you're one of those guys who chase women because they've been with other men, and we already lost an episode, so I'm not gonna repeat what I said that means. But at that point, if you're chasing a woman because she's been with another man, you are infatuated with that man. So you should take pride in whatever pride events should go down. Nothing wrong with those. But, I'm just going to say that's kind of gay. It's a little gay to me. If you're chasing a chick behind another man's dick, it's wild.
That's crazy.
But men do that. We see this in Hollywood constantly.
Can you name somebody that's done that?
Bro, think about this. All right, I get it. In Hollywood, there's only so many women because there's a lot of chicks, don't get me wrong, that want to be with these men.
Yeah.
But as far as the circles, the accessibility to these men, only a small amount of them get that. Okay? We'll call it 30 or 40. So, we'll say, yeah, I get it. You can only date who's around you. It's kind of like high school. You know what I mean? Someone's going to date the chick who just broke up with so-and-so. But what I'm saying is when a chick breaks up with a high-level entertainer and then she gets with a rapper random. Okay, let's say when Black China was dating one of the YBN guys. You know what I mean? And I don't know there's a serious relationship. That nigga was 19. She was 27. Yeah, that's cool. She can keep him in the house. He can't really go out too much. She was probably running that relationship, which is probably why she enjoyed it. But at the same time, it's would you have done that when you're 19? Is part of that infatuation with her because you've seen her with Tyga and you grew up watching him? You've seen him with the Kardashians on the TV. If you saw Black China walking down the street, would you give as many fucks? Or does status is one thing, but when her status is only really associated to the men she's been with and you're chasing that's gross.
But are they chasing that to hook up for the night or for a chick?
They're
claiming her?
These people are claiming them. But I'll also say this. The difference between celebrities and us for the most part is if you go out with a chick 2 times, no one might not even know you went out with her twice. Every time these people step out, there's a camera there. Yes, some of them do call TMZ for their camera appearance, but some don't. But imagine your second date and now they're dating. And I feel like people don't understand that dating is dating. It's not with somebody.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's you got to know who you are in the public eye. Yeah, I feel like it is kind of hard to get comfortable with someone when you're a celebrity like that because it's okay, hey, come over and we'll cook. But that's not. They might be why you want me at your house right now? You know what I mean? Things a normal girl would want. It's even weirder. I feel as a celebrity, you got to have your guard up more.
I'm sure it's much harder, right?
Yeah, I feel to find a genuine connection, but it also is harder because these hoes are out there. Yeah, I think it just depends. But yeah, I think a regular person can turn a hoe into a housewife. If you are a quote unquote celebrity hoe, Instagram hoe, I don't think there's a possibility because that branding, that marketing, the thing that made that person, unless they literally stumbled upon that fame on accident, if that was their goal is in their status and they're enamored with that lifestyle to a certain degree,
yeah,
you can keep the status, but it's you're not really gonna You know what I mean?
Change their lifestyle.
Yeah, and there's a certain way to go about it. Like, I have a high regard for this woman, so this is why I think it's a misnomer. Lauren London has a kid with Lil Wayne and Nipsey. We've never heard anyone talk about her like that because there's a certain way to carry yourself. If a woman had a kid with 2 rappers normally, and I'm not attacking Lauren London, this is not the point of it, but if we normally heard that a woman had a kid with 2 different rappers, we would label them a certain way.
Yes.
But if you carry yourself a certain way, we've never even heard a bad thing about her.
That's a good point. Well, what do you think about like Brittany Renner? Do you think she carries herself in a bad way?
I think Brittany Renner carries herself the way she wants to be carried, so I can't judge that. Like, I think the only thing that I think that she should be accountable for is like when you're 24 and you're going to like a 17-year-old AAU game and an 18-year-old freshman college game.
Yeah,
I think double standards exist and they should. I'm not always on team like, oh no, we shouldn't have double. No, fuck. Some double standards are important. But I believe the one thing that we have to, and I think men are at fault with this too, like we're probably the big proponent, we have to stop allowing women to be predators to young men and then labeling it cool.
Yeah.
Because like when a kid fucks his teacher, it's cool, but it's no different than like porn. If you watch a bunch of porn at 18, it's gonna fuck you up for the rest of your life. There's gonna be some part of your lifestyle that will be changed. You know, maybe the way you don't value women or the way you over sexualize things or you fetishize things. I think the same can be said if you're dealing with an older woman who doesn't genuinely fuck with you, but is in your life constantly. Like I was just all my older homegirls, I didn't think I had a chance with, and I think that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Now, if I thought I could have been fucking, and we probably wouldn't be friends. Whereas, like, my homegirls, my age is different, but, like, my older homegirls put me on game. They access certain lifestyle privileges that I probably wouldn't have gotten at that time. And that's cool because that's genuine love. Like, you know what I mean? But when that chick is just targeting young men who don't, this is what's funny. We always tell these kids, like, they get money, like, oh, you need to get a financial advisor, you need to get all this, blah, blah, blah. And we like to stereotype, like maybe they didn't have the most positive male role models in their lifestyle. But then when they make mistakes with women, it's, oh, you sure supposed to know that. Who the fuck am I supposed to hire to tell me that she's not playing me?
There's nobody out there.
Yeah, like your homeboys are just as excited. Like, oh, he got a bad bitch. Like we ain't never seen a bad bitch before. Like I think like Brittany Renner's a little bit different because she's open about it. But also she was open after she got called out, so I don't know. But she's kind of always been like that.
Are you like a fan of hers?
No, I just know, like, I'm aware of
I'm not like calling you out or anything. I'm just curious. No, like going on like DJ Academics talking about it.
Yeah, like I'm not a
fan of that, bro.
I'm not a fan of her. I don't even like necessarily us talking about it because it shines a light. But I do think there was like a purpose. Like Deion Sanders bringing her in to talk to his kids.
I hated it, bro.
I'll say this. I would have liked it if he didn't film it.
Exactly.
But I also think
because you put a light on it, like you just said, right?
Yeah, but I also think that there are young men who aren't going to go to Jackson State that needed to hear that, and they followed Deion Sanders. So whatever, like, you know, sometimes it's kind of like,
what's her message? What is she saying? Don't meet people like me?
Or here's the thing, like, sometimes like the best way to avoid evil is to run head on. Like you got to see what it looks like, how fucked up it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like Deion brought the evil to his locker room. But now these boys have an idea. Because here's the thing, in regards to her, like I said, she's very open about how she goes about this shit. You know what I mean? Like she is a mom. Like I don't know what her mothering is. Like you can be a bad female, or like an asshole of a woman, but be a good mom. So
we know plenty of people like that.
Yeah, like they're horrible people, but they're good mothers. Like their kids have no fucking idea that their mom is trash. But because as far as mothering goes, she is like she excels. You know what I mean? And there's fathers like this too. Keep this in mind. But yeah, like I just feel like it works because she's open about it. Now, if she came in and tried to clean it up or some shit in front of those kids, I would be like, bro, this was useless. But because she kept it a buck, like...
What was her message?
I think her message was just like, be aware. Like, be aware that some women are sometimes, and some women are here for it. And that they're like, we talked about this earlier. I wanted to talk about this last week. There are red flags. But sometimes there are yellow lights that we choose to just run straight through. And then at the end, try to act surprised when we get killed in the middle of an intersection. Not like literally killed, but you know what I mean? Like we run the red light and now we're fucked up. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. If you slow down at the yellow and you take a second to stop and like, you know.
Assess the situation.
Yeah. There's a lot of things. I think her more, I would say subconsciously, I think she gave those young men a lot of yellow lights to look for. You know what I mean? Because red flag, when you get to the red flag, it's fucking over.
Yeah, it's too late.
It's too late. You gotta look for the yellows. The yellows have to be met because it's like, you might think this person is like this. It's like, what did DMX say? Expect people to be themselves, but hope you see them well. Like, yeah, you might think someone's like this, and you got to plan on them acting like that. But here's the thing: if you're not actually seeing that person correctly, and that your perception of them is actually not who they are, and they do some fucked up shit, but that's been them the whole time, that's on you.
Yeah.
Like if there's nothing but signs that have shown you, that's not a red flag. You missed everything in between that told you that that person was going to act like this, but you were too blinded by whatever reality or like sense of entitlement or whatever that you had.
Is there like for normal people like a red flag you could see in dating when it comes to a girl that's like wants more out of you than like?
I think there's a lot of like I think how people, and I might be close on with this. I think how they treat service people when they go out, not
like
necessarily
like compassionate. You mean?
Yeah, no, not necessarily like that, but like not just like like a lot of people think like, oh, you just throw tips at somebody, they'll do whatever. This isn't like restaurants aren't strip clubs, valets aren't strip clubs. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think it's more of like yes, no, da da da. Like I went out a couple weeks ago with a homegirl and I was on my phone. I asked her something. I didn't even look up at her, and it was super rude. I didn't realize I did it, and she said thank you, but I could tell by her tone. Like, you ever heard like a woman say something, and you're like, oh god, I did something. Like it's not even directed at you, but you know that you did something.
Yeah.
And I looked at her. I said, what? And she goes, you guys just blew. Or me and my other homeboy, we both kind of did this. She's like, you guys just blew her off. Like, you guys are so disrespectful. And I was like, she came back to the table like, hey, my bad. I didn't mean to be rude to you right now, but can I get this also? Like, you just got to correct yourself. Apologize.
Yeah.
I also think how people in person treat their family, because there's a lot of family drama. Some people in your family don't deserve to be treated well, but there is a certain, I think, there's a certain way to carry yourself around people you don't fuck with. I think that's a really big thing for me. Like if I'm dating a chick and she goes, oh, so and so's gonna be here, I don't really fuck with her. Like if she's like, oh my god, like when she walks in, it's over for me. I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's a fake bitch.
Yeah, like, and I get it. There is being civil, and there's just trying to get through the night.
Yeah.
But then like, if you're 14 pictures deep, and don't get me wrong, like this ain't even females. Niggas are worse at this. Like men are much worse at like, oh, I don't fuck with him, da da da. I talk crazy shit, and then we get there. Oh, what's up, big bro? Calling niggas younger than them, big bro. Just nasty ass behavior. You know what I mean? Because you know me, I'm one of those people like, I'll tell you if I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll dap you up. I'll keep it civil. I probably won't even dap you up. You might need a little fist pound just to. I'm gonna acknowledge you're here. Like I don't. There's only probably 3 people in the world that I like. If I see them, I'm just walking past, like just because I don't fuck with you like that. But yeah, I think there's like a certain way like people handle themselves. Like during quarantine, we hung out a lot, and I was talking to a few females, and I said I could never make one into my girlfriend because I don't know how they act in public. Because we're in quarantine, like there's nothing you can do in that regard because it's just like it's just us, maybe us and 4 friends. But like when everyone's socially distant, I don't know if we go to waterfront and you get blacked out drunk, you start fighting bitches. How am I supposed to know that? And we'll be 8 months into a relationship, and now I got to be like, oh, she's never done that before because we've never been anywhere before. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's also like a culture thing because I've heard that like this is what I've heard, okay?
Yeah.
White people are more jump the gun, like let's start being boyfriend and girlfriend. Black people will take more time into looking into.
Well, then like also like not to sound fucked up, it's very much in like young white culture, like to break up with the bitch and like one of your boys start dating her and it's not a big deal. Like I know you hate that shit.
Yeah.
Like Josh used to get hella butthurt about it, like don't stare at her. But like yeah, black culture is not like that. Like, don't get me wrong, niggas will fuck the same bitch. Like, 7 other homies will fuck one chick. That's perfectly fine. And we'll clown the nigga who whites her, or maybe we just won't speak on it. But yeah, I do think, like, white culture, because I feel like white people are like, all right, I want you to be with me while I understand you. And I don't disagree with that. But, like, I also feel like that's, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, it's a real
weird thing.
I don't think it's weird. Because
I think it's weird. I think if you're dating somebody for the wrong reason, it's weird. Like if you're dating somebody to fuck, like come on now, bro. Like that's crazy.
I mean, but here's the thing: you're just dating them. Now, if you're in a relationship,
I'm talking about relationship.
Okay. If you're just in a relationship to fuck, like
that's wild.
You say that, but I also feel like there's people find happiness other ways. Like I'll say, some people rather, and I think men and women can both be accountable for this. I do think there are certain situations where like maybe you just weren't sexually pleased like for years in your other relationship, and the guy you're with, you fuck with, but the sex is what's keeping you there. I can understand it because like think about this. I wasn't pleased for years and the love kept me there, and look what happened. Nothing. At least I can be like, I was 10 out of 10 with that last one. I can be 7.5 out of this with this person, but I'm getting 10 out of 10 sex. And over here I was getting 2 out of 10 sex. And like we can say that, but think about how many relationships you hear like marriages dissolve. What's the first thing they say? We haven't had sex in months. True. The first thing they say. So it's like I think it's weird to start the relationship with that. Like, oh, I want to fuck her, I'm gonna make her my girlfriend. But if you get to like 6 months in and like you're at least civil and talking, I'm not gonna say you're gonna have the greatest relationship, like especially if you're coming to me for relationship advice, you're a fucking idiot. But yeah, I think there's like ways that works. You're gonna have to find other things you get.
I was about to say you can't keep a relationship just based off of sex.
You'd be surprised.
Not a long-standing relationship.
I think you'd be surprised.
No.
Well, also, I feel like, but there's other factors. Like, if your relationship's only based off sex, she's going to get pregnant. Which means now you're stuck in you're in an 18-year relationship now.
For sure.
In a lifetime one. Yeah. So, you can have a relationship based off sex. Like,
not by choice.
Bro, you gotta think about this. There's so many couples that start fights on purpose just to have angry sex. That's their shit. Like, think about like wasting 45 minutes to fuck for 17 minutes to have 2 minutes or to have 2 hours apiece. Like, that's a wild thing. Like,
I would never.
And people do those numbers all the time. Like,
that's not healthy though.
I mean, as you stay together, who are we to judge?
I know people get off to different things, but right?
I don't know, man. Speaking of getting off to different things, let's get off this, and we're gonna go into the Grammys were today. No one gives a fuck.
They haven't for a while.
No one give a fuck. Most of these fucking award shows are down the hill. They got worse ratings than the fucking Young and the Washed or goddamn Say Less. So like, or no, what was the one? Oh, never mind.
Which one?
No. I was gonna say they got worse ratings than fucking Next Question. But but like, do you think we should just quit the award show thing, or did Will Smith bring it back?
He definitely didn't do a good thing for the award shows.
The ratings went up though.
Yeah, but it's never gonna come back. Like they know what?
Are they dead forever?
They're dead forever. Nobody gives a shit. Do people even watch the movies that win Movie of the Year anymore? Like,
half of them don't even come out anymore. I feel like half of them aren't even out before the award shows are out. So only the critics are doing it, which means there's a whole scam behind that these theaters are paying for these fucking awards before they come out just so they can get more money off the back end. But I remember being like, this is the end of this would be the end of like little kid basketball season right now. So it'd be the Grammys tonight, I'm pretty sure. I remember being in like 5th grade and my mom being pissed that our award banquet was during the Oscars. I think it was the Oscars. And like we were at a fucking Peter Piper Pizza in Santee or some shit like that, which was also fucking wild. And we're in Humboldt, excuse me. Like, but yeah, she was mad. Like, and all the parents are crowded around. Like, we're all playing games. I remember looking up, and they're all watching like the subtitles on the bottom of the TV. Like these shows used to have like people in a grip, like on a chokehold, and I don't think it does that anymore
because of streaming services. There's just so much more content out there.
But I mean, what's that got to do with the awards, though? If there's more
people aren't watching because they're just not watching the movies they used to.
It's true. I feel like when we killed cable television for the stream, I think that's what actually because now we don't want to. I guarantee you, if HBO did its own awards, it would have better numbers than like.
If like a Netflix award show?
Yeah, because we're already on.
That's actually a really good idea.
Because we're already on there. Actually, we're going to beat this. I'm going to sell that shit to them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because like we're already on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's wild. But also, I know we're already off the Will Smith thing. Tons of things have happened. But I'm going to say this, and I've been preaching this on this show for a year and a half. Violence. And 2, ladies, I've explained this to you numerous times. You will get your man beat up. And we didn't see Will Smith get beat up. But if he slaps Tony Rock instead of Chris Rock, he gets his ass whooped, possibly. Or Will Smith's not little. He's not little. But I'm just saying, off topic, on topic, be aware that side eye look, because I'll say this, you can't tell someone how to react. But you should be aware when you gaslight or put a battery in someone's bag, y'all were both laughing, you stopped, you looked at him, and you knew what type of time he was already on because you felt the tension about people talking about both of y'all for the last couple months. Do I think that she knew that was coming? No. I also think it was funny. I heard a different pod say Will Smith wasn't going to slap him, but then when he walked on stage, he called him Richard because he was there for the King Richard thing. He's like, oh, Richard's coming. And I was like, that's probably when he decided he was going to smack the shit out this man.
All right, so I heard this story the other day that's 100% true, but it totally caught me off guard. And I wanted to just throw it your way and just get your reaction to see what you think, okay? So this individual that I heard of is about middle-aged male, makes really good money, okay? But he lives in a small apartment in not a good area in San Diego, okay? Mm-hmm. So the question was, why does he live in a small apartment if he makes like well over 6 figures, right? His setup that he has is once a month, a stripper from Arizona will drive with her boyfriend to his apartment on a Friday afternoon. He will have sex with her from Friday to Sunday until she drives back to Arizona while her man just watches TV in the living room. And he takes her out on steak dinners Friday, Saturday, and then a nice dinner on Sunday. So he's spending racks on the sex and on the food. He's chosen this lifestyle so he can have sex with a girl with big fake boobs, big fake ass, lips, the whole thing. But I couldn't believe a person was working about 70 hours a week to throw it all away for sex with a stripper that has a boyfriend.
Let's make this clear. If, because I actually know someone who, not a female, but a male that was in a similar situation. Not the guy, the boyfriend's situation. And, no, listen, That is not her boyfriend. That is her pimp. There is a difference. If I'm running security, you're fucking other niggas, he's paying for it, and I'm sitting in the other room just to make sure nothing goes left, I am not your boyfriend. We might live together, but he is pimping you out. We all saw Hustle and Flow. Put your hands on the wheel. We gonna take over all of this shit. That's her pimp. That's not her boyfriend. Okay. I stand by that. Secondly, I feel like it's a problem with the world. This nigga's got the game backwards. Because if you spend that money on an apartment, actually, you know what? Maybe he doesn't have the game backwards, but I feel like he's losing some money here. Because I feel like if you go like not to put your family's business out there, but like where your cousin used to live next to, if he could clearly probably afford something like that, and then you be a minimalist, your TV, a couch, nothing crazy, and you get a decent car. You know what I mean? I'm assuming he probably has a decent car at least. You know
he doesn't have that much besides the sex and the lunches and everything. He'd be spending racks, bro.
No, but that's my point though. All right, you can get a Lexus ES300, nice car, really nice car. You know what I mean? And that's he's making 5 figures a year, or over 6 figures, excuse me.
Well over.
So that's 30, give him 550 for that. You're at about 39,000 a year on those two expenses. And that includes like your bills and everything with the house. I'm thinking, about 39 and maybe 42. I mean, depending on how you're living after taxes, you got 58,000 more dollars. You just got to show up places and be willing to spend money on females. And guess what? Your catch radius won't be as big, but like you'll be able to find the same chick. And also, there's Instagram. Like, how old is this man? You said middle age. Is he
about
over
55?
Oh, okay, that does change things. Because if he was 45 or younger, I would say like, bro, just sugar daddy. Like, they're seekingarrangements.com.
Yeah,
like we know tons of men and females who have been on this website. And it's like, you can, like, guys with that type of money can literally decide. Now, they say, I do know a couple females who have done that site, and they're avid that they do not fuck these dudes. I know a couple females who say, oh, no, I fucked him. Like, I don't really care. Like, he's going to give me $2,000. I'm going to fuck him once.
And that's an escort?
It's a sugar baby, and that's the point. Is to not fuck them. That's the difference. Like, I'm going to spend time. These people are looking for companionship, not sexualness.
Yeah.
But not something that's sexual. But I mean, shit, you spend $2,000 3 times a month on somebody and you just hand them over cash like that. I'm going to say this. If some older woman was giving me $2,000 3 times a month, I'm going to give you dick off the principle. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, hey, do you want some dick? Like, I know you didn't ask for this, but for 6 racks, like, you can get some dick. Like, we can expand the combo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like he's got the game backwards. I feel like he could do all this and get the same woman and live a better lifestyle. Like the number, because like also if it's just the two of them, like how expensive are these dinners?
He's spending about 10 racks a month, so it might be twice a month.
Is he paying
$5,000?
But he's also paying her expenses, to get here.
Gas there and home, all the dinners. So he's paying for the gas from Arizona to San Diego. He's paying for all.
Is she filling up in Arizona?
I don't know.
I would hope so, because that shit's wild if she's filling up here.
She should be. But she's paying for all the gas, paying for the sex, paying for the food. It comes about to 10 racks a month, $5,000 each weekend.
I thought it'd be cheaper just to fly her. It's a 30-minute flight. Even if you got both tickets.
No, he doesn't want to pay for the flights twice a month for 2 people.
Yeah, but you get the points. Like, put it on your debit card. Put it on your fucking business card,
She's willing to drive, bro.
Bro, I'm going to let you know. If I needed $5,000 worth of pussy, I'm going to get it as fast as possible.
And you're not paying for dinner, right? Like, that's crazy.
Also, you know what, though? I'll say this, and this is kind of fucked up, but this is the truth. You know what you pay a hooker to do? Leave. You don't pay her for the sex. You pay her to leave.
Don't they want to leave?
Some of them want to stay. They get enamored with the lifestyle. Why would you not want to stay?
I thought it's just like a job to them. They have sex and they leave.
I mean, some of them do. Some of them, like, we saw Pretty Woman. Apparently, it's not just a lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, some of them. So, think about this. This guy's willing to do all of this. And you got to think. Say he moves toward, like, we get that face scenario I decided. You know what I mean? And he's paying $2,500 every weekend. So, it's the same 10 racks. Why would she go back to Arizona? Why would you not, like, in your head, like, oh, he can pay me this much every weekend. Why would I not just want to be his girlfriend? I'm going to get this money regardless.
Oh, bro, she doesn't want to be his girlfriend.
Oh, no, I understand that. But I'm saying, when you're saying, like, oh, why wouldn't, like, a woman want that? I feel like
you can find a regular girl.
Yeah, like, you, like, they're not just the money aspect, but also, like, some men just are, like, I wouldn't say cowardly, but they're at that point where they're probably already admitted, like, they're probably going to be alone for the rest of their lives and things like that. You just want to get your nut off. I never had a $5,000 nut. I'm going to let you know. Like,
that's wild, right?
You ever had a $5,000 nut? Hell no. Okay. I know you've had like some like $300,000 nuts, but like
I think it's just wild, bro, that people pay that much. Like we have friends that have been offered like Venmo, sugar baby things, and I'm like, it's just crazy to me, the whole concept.
I don't think it's like, okay, here's my thing. And I said this before, like, they say you can't buy love. What's a better thing to spend money on?
It's just not genuine, bro. What do you want somebody to be with you to be genuine?
That's fine. Niggas buy fake Yeezys and walk around with them. When has genuine been a factor in the last 20 years of our life?
I guess you're right.
Yeah, like genuine don't make you no money. Genuine don't really help you, and it does. But here's the thing: it don't help you until someone fucks you over. We don't call someone genuine until we see someone fuck them over. Before that, we don't give a fuck about that. That's just a regular person. You know what I mean?
People just want somebody to be with them, right?
Yeah, you're paying for companionship. You're paying for love in any capacity. No offense, it's no different than this. Like, I know people are dog people. I know I'm gonna get killed for this, but people buy dogs. People's dogs die. Know what you do? You go and buy another fucking dog the same way because you want that same type of love. Mm-hmm. And then if the dog's not the same as the first dog, then you get rid of the dog. You don't love that dog. You love the idea that that dog loves you, but that dog loves you because much like SeaWorld, if you don't feed it, it gonna die. So why would I not be? I only need 3 things in life: water, air, and food. And you provide 2 of those 3 things. Why would I not be kicking it with you, my guy? You know, so I don't think it's any different in that regard. I know fucking PETA's gonna kill me, but I don't really give a fuck. It's the truth though. You know what I mean? I love animals too, but like, let's call a spade a spade. No one's ever been like, my gecko has changed my life. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's just, it's, you know, and here's the thing is like this. Is he happy?
He likes the arrangement.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, it just blows my mind that he's willing to live in a shitty apartment.
I want to know how much he's giving her straight cash. Or she's, because
I just know it's about 10 racks a month.
Because my thing is, my biggest question would be like, if I'm paying for all this, I'm buying you steak dinners. I wouldn't buy you steak dinners if I'm paying you. Because also I'm spending more on that steak dinner than it would cost me to put you and your boyfriend in a hotel for the weekend, or just put your man in a hotel. Like, you know, tell him to get a fucking Ramada Inn rewards card. You guys can go crazy in fucking Tucson later this summer. You know,
he doesn't want to bang her in the room with the guy there.
No. What I'm saying is have him in the room. Or like, okay. Also, is this apartment a 1-bedroom?
Yes. He's on the couch in the living room.
Is she sleeping with her boyfriend on the couch in the living room when it's done?
No,
or
he gets the weekend with her, bro.
The whole weekend.
The whole weekend.
I wonder if the boyfriend like leaves and does stuff.
I don't know, when they go to like dinner.
Yeah, because I feel like you have to. He has to be giving her cash because also like, if I'm your pimp, I'm not doing this just for you to get your shit off. Like obviously he has to be giving her some money.
Yeah,
but also I'm gonna be bored as fuck. Like San Diego's cool.
Well, he gets
like,
the money too, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like San Diego's cool. It's just like, and also you know what the thing is? I saw a skit about this, and some dude walks in on his girl getting fucked, and he actually knows the guy, but the guy didn't know that was his girl. And his girl goes, well, you've cheated on me before too. And he looks at the guy and goes, all right, bro, I'm gonna let you get this one off because you didn't know this was my girl, and clearly I've been caught before too. So you get about 21 minutes, no hair pulling. Anything past 21 minutes, you're beating that thing up. That's disrespectful to me, cuz. And I was like, this is a funny ass skit because it's like what are the rules? Like, what if you see like your man? Like, what if you like hear him going to fucking work on your girl?
Well, I would never allow that to happen, bro.
No, but I'm saying like, say this is the arrangement. Like you date a chick, she's like, hey,
and you just hear like that shit like way too much,
bro. He's just going crazy on this bitch. Like you never really. You had a roommate, but he was in a relationship. That was a little different. The arrangement. We don't have to go into all that. But like, you know, it was a different like situation for them too. But like they're not weird.
No,
they're not weird. Let's not make it sound like
very
that.
religious.
Yeah, very religious. Exactly. That's what I wasn't trying to put their business out there. But I realized it sounded worse by me not clarifying. So let me. Yeah, thank you, Josh. I was like, my bad. Yeah, that sounded crazy when I think about it. So you walk in, this nigga had like a sex dungeon like in next Friday when he opens up the door, and Uncle just has like the gag ball in his mouth. But fuck, I forgot. Oh yeah, like what if you're just sitting on the couch and like I've seen people fight their roommates over them they're just too loud. Like they're just too loud at having sex. Like I've seen people literally bro, she's been moaning. Like I've seen people hate their roommates, like significant others, because of their sexual activity. Mm-hmm. Not because they're even fucking too much, but it's like, bro, I can't sleep. They fuck twice a night for 10 minutes, but she moans the whole 10 minutes. Like, what the fuck am I like? I can hear that across the kitchen. Like that's like, look, I know he's not up in that thing correctly like that. Like, you know what I mean?
She's just being unnecessary. Have you ever been with a girl that was just like crazy and you're just like, shut the fuck up, bro?
No, I would say it never bothered me because, you know, like self-admittedly, I'm a midday sex type of guy.
Yes.
So like you can just be as loud as you want because in the middle of the day, no one's usually in the house by yourself and stuff like that. Oh, speaking of which, not midday sex, but all right, this is lifestyle pod. We'll end with this. This is like some of the wildest shit that happened. Not wild. It's not that wild. It's probably the most useless story ever, but I just thought about this. So before the pandemic, my mom worked from home. She had gotten sick and she worked like when the pandemic hit like March 17th, 2020. My mom had been working from home since like the 1st because she had gotten sick. All right. She went back to the office this week. My little brother doesn't work at home. My dad doesn't work at home. I woke up Tuesday, bro, for the first time in 3 years to the house by myself.
Do you know how to act?
Bro, not a fucking clue. I walked in. First of all, I was scared at first. I walked downstairs. I heard no noise. I'm like, oh, we're getting robbed for sure. These niggas just stopped with it. I text my parents. I'm like, I'm in the house by myself. And my dad is a smart man because I'm literally butt ass naked in my room about to go downstairs. He goes, do not be walking around my house butt ass naked. The first thing he said to me, and I was like, hey, bruh. Nah, man, the kitchen ain't seen me, ain't seen my butt cheeks in a minute. It's about that time. Like, I am a self-admitted nudist. If I can be naked in my house, I'm naked in my house at all times. So,
you're sitting on the fucking chair in your
no,
kitchen?
I don't like. I'm not doing something wild like that. Like, I'm not cooking naked.
You're not going balls to chair. Yeah.
Like, like I'm guilty of like. If it's like I put some clothes in at 8:00 at night, you know what I mean? I put them in the dryer, and I know no one is up downstairs, and like I sleep naked, and I'm like, oh, like fuck, I gotta get my clothes. I'm not putting clothes on. I'm going downstairs naked and coming back. You catch me, bro. That's on you, bro. Like my bathroom's right across from the bathroom's right across the hall from me, like parallel almost. If you catch that 6 feet of hallway and I'm butt ass, that's on you, bro. That's on you. Well, my family knows it too. Like they get so fucking angry. They're like, so I didn't come out here to catch that movie. All this right now. I'm like, bro, you should have knocked on the door. My mom was like, I have to knock on the inside of my door to see if you're naked on the outside of the other door. I'm like, yeah, bro. That's all, yeah. And with that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. We missed Travis today, but we'll see him someday next week. I'm assuming. I think we're gonna stick with the 2 days. Is that what we're thinking right now?
That's the plan.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with 2 days a week. Thank you. Shout out to the Diablo Dave for filling in last episode for me. But with that being said, I am the Dusty Dynamo, the TL who's known to tiptoe around you hoes like I got turf toe. Malcolm Z. And, the realest to come up out the cul-de-sac, and your OG told me that. Josh, do you finally have some new nicknames for you right now?
Bro, the Tennessee Kid, bro.
The Tennessee Kid.
I want it to change.
Do you even have it? Pull out your ID right now.
I don't have it on me.
It's still California, don't lie.
It's Tennessee.
You have a Tennessee license?
100%.
We've lost him, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. He cut his hair. I was trying to figure out why you look like Jason Aldean. You're not even tan anymore. You're disgusting,
I'm
bro.
gross right now.
You're looking like, God, what do they call it? Olive colored skin? Golly, bro. You look like fucking vegetable shortening right now. You're so goddamn pale. With that being said, it's the Young on the Wash. We out. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friend, be a friend. You're